Hey friend, thanks for stopping by. Are you ready to go? Come on. If we haven't met before, my name is Kendall, and I'm all about chasing eternity. And it's a very particular word choice, because have you ever seen somebody chase something apathetically before? No, when you are chasing something, you're focused on it. You have all your attention on whatever you're going. You don't see an apathetic police officer chasing a criminal. You don't see a CEO apathetically growing his company. They've got passion and they've got drive. And that's what I'm finding out how to get more of in my life. And I want more of that in your life too. And so that's why something that we're talking about today might help you break out of your apathetic patterns, these negative loops of emotion that you experience, and move into something more positive. When it comes to emotions, have you ever noticed how fast they change on you? For example, whenever I hear the song on the radio, it's an 80s song called Mr. Roboto. I've got a really bad memory associated with that song, and it just pushes my hot button immediately. On the other hand, I can't help but grinning when I walk into a bagel shop because I really like bagels, among other things. But these changes in my emotion are not random. They're based on my state. Now, what do I mean by state? The state is how we feel, what is happening with our bodies, and what we're choosing to focus on at any given moment. Now, within that list, our physiology has a direct control over our emotions. So what we do with our bodies can actively affect how you feel. And this is actually a good thing because your body is so much more under your willpower than your emotions. For example, has anybody ever told you to just chill or to calm down and you think to yourself, I could as easily take off my leg. There's no way I'm calming down. That's because you're going at the emotion itself. Now, the cool thing about it is that you can immediately change your state. Here, if you could do a quick example with me, whatever you're doing right now, whether you're walking or sitting, just take a moment. Could you take a deep breath for me? Now, could you be honest with yourself? Did you use all of your lungs in order to do that? Did you fill up all the way and then empty? I'd guess not, because I don't breathe all the what am I saying? I don't breathe that way all the time either. But here's what you can do in order to change that, is if you take a moment, stand up a little bit straighter, just keep your shoulders nice and relaxed, and add some movement if you can. If you're sitting, stand up. If you're standing, take a little walk. Whatever it takes to increase your energy and particularly the movement in your body. And from this position, standing up straight, chest out a little bit, shoulders relaxed. Try taking a breath now. I hope that you can notice the difference when that happens. In fact, when I go to record these videos, I always try to put myself in the most positive state possible. Here, I want to give you guys a quick example of what that looks like. So we'll go with a low emotional state first, something that's low energy. It sounds and looks something like this. Hey, my name is Kendall. I'm starting a YouTube channel. I hope there's something here that interests you. And now let me try it when I'm in a peak state, when I am standing a little bit taller with my chest out, when I'm absolutely sure this is going to work. It sounds something like this. Hey, my name is Kendall. I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I hope there's something here that interests you. And all that changed for me was a little bit of a difference from a minor slouch into standing completely up straight. And that's all that it really takes. Now, I'm going to give credit where credit is due here. This comes from somebody I listen to by the name of Tony Robbins. He's a American self-made millionaire coach. Hi, how are you today? Millionaire self-made coach. And he talks about this a lot. He does a lot more eloquently than I do it. But he points out how changing our physiology interrupts the negative loops that we have in our minds, the emotions that we are experiencing, or the thought patterns that we tell ourselves. It jolts you out of it. And instead it replaces it with a more positive state where you are able to make better decisions and you're able to take action more easily, just simply because you are shifting where your body is. And it's great for me to tell you this, but if I'm honest, this is something I'm still working on in my life too. I want to give you an example because I have a love-hate relationship with this. So last week, I had to take my family to a set of 3-hour doctor visits, back to back to back. And we'd finished them up. It's lunchtime. Everyone's hungry and exhausted from being out all morning. And my car won't start. We are stranded where we're at. And it would have been so easy in that moment for me to just start stacking the negatives, everything that was going wrong. I've got another appointment that I have to get my son to. How am I going to get my wife and son there? Everyone's hungry. Everyone's tired. Now the car won't start. How am I going to pay for that? How am I going to get home? And by the way, I'm supposed to be at work right now. What am I supposed to do about that? But instead of immediately starting this negative loop of stress and anxiety, the first thing that I did was I got myself into a peak state from a position of move over. I can handle this. I can do this. And it was amazing after I did that, how the problems just bounced off of me one after another. It was the strangest thing. People all day were telling me, I'm sorry, I hope your day gets better. Is there anything I can do to help out? And I could honestly tell them I was having a great day. I was solving problems. I was going on an adventure, and I loved it. I also had problems with staying in state this week, though. I was on the phone with my boss, and we had a disagreement on the way we should go about doing something. And quite frankly, I came out on the short end, and I did not feel great about myself when it was done. By the way, if you're watching, hi, Peyton. And I let myself slump in my chair. I just let myself take a low energy state and just ruminate on the fact that my idea wasn't accepted. And I ended up having a lousy day, and it went into a lousy evening. In fact, a few days of just looping this negative pattern of feeling disappointed, feeling stressed, feeling uncared for. And a lot of it had to do with what I was doing with my body at the time. And so what I'm here to encourage you to do today is when you catch yourself starting to go through these negative loops, when you catch yourself in an emotion, try instead changing what you're doing with your body. Sit up a little bit straighter, stand if you can, go on a walk with me. I'm here for you if you want to do that. You can play this video as many times as you want. I'd be happy to walk you through this again and again and again. The great thing about playback. And I think you might be surprised as you start to build this habit, how your emotions will start to change and how much control you do have over them. Oh, hey, as always, I love spending time with you. In fact, before I go, I was thinking about this, and I need to make sure to say this out loud. I am really grateful for you being here. I really am. You know, I try to come to this channel and to these walks and give you something to think about, a little bit something different. But at the same time, you're helping me because I have to spend time sitting down and articulating how this is going to sound, how this is going to look, what's going to be most beneficial to you. And I'm having to internalize everything that I'm saying, which helps me out in my walk. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me. And I hope we can keep walking together through this journey that we call life. See you, friend.